Today na the 20th day of March 2023. 1961. The playwright now na Salone. Because wetin do? The day where Dr. Samura Matthew Kamara he been get the flag bearer for APC and they come inside Freetown right after Upgona Kisi Road. Remy Wilson of 98.1 self be there on top of the trailer. He said, Dr. Matthew Wilson Kamara Samura, how you feel this day? He was so excited. Say, yes, I ready for take this country back to 1961. President Bill say they on in thank you tour now. Walking tour. Any kind of you want call the tour president there now. Knowing your people better tour. Campaign tour. Any side go now, they talk say, well, una hear them, eh? And say they want carry go back to 1961. Nobody no want go back to 1961. Nobody no want go back to 1961 as so President Bill say. Pause. Politics. Campaign term. Pause. You don't tell who they na this platform. Yes. You don't tell who they na ya. We get what we call the good old days. Yeah? Now make them politicians there, they know how to play with. Inside the good old days, you get someone who go come and say, Salone no be ever better. Salone no be ever sweet. But you get someone back where they listen. Then old time music, then they say, wow, I remember. Then tell them. All man go call it different areas them. How it been turn like. We don't count with people then, yeah? Where they tell we they intend then they. How it been really look like. Na Freetown. Yes? So I begin for think. I tell you now, yeah? Say, right, how about to kick about left? 1961. Now that's the day we get we independence. 1961. We get we independence, not so? Yes. We get colony. We get the colony. We get the protectorate. Now I make you hear what they say upland. Now upland. For going at the provinces, upland. Even though now they say upline. Upland. Then tell them they whose money will be they use? A lot of people say, we don't want to go back. Some man say, no, we want to go back. You don't ever hear where somebody they talk say, we not able to manage ourselves. Let wait man and can take we back. Have you ever heard that? If you say you know hear it, then me, I don't hear. Even I. You get people that they say, Lord, give the wait man and back. We not sabi manage ourselves. We not be ready yet. I've been thinking, man, thank you for the stars. People that don't talk on this platform. So those are the people where you go say, they want to go back to 1961. Well, let me look the Salone in 1961 ba. The Salone in 1961. The arguments now say, oh, technology not been there. So for now, for you, we say you no want for go back. You will say you no want go back. Yeah? Technology not been there, so you no want for go back. Well, within the 21st century, why make you go want for go back to 1961? Why make you go want for go back to 1961? Whose good way be there for saloon? Abdullah Dose, he said then days then be dark days. He said then tell a day, most people them they can't even buy shoes. In 1961 they talk about too. He said the money be in value and it be very scarce. He said now the world is better past waiting 1961. He said I was born in the 60s. He said in my early days, most picking them not be the wearing shoes. Okay, based on what you say so, Abdullah. So now most picking them the wearing shoes? Most picking them the wearing shoes now. Kamara Skino say 1961 will not be get anything like ethnicity. Will not be get nothing like Mende or Timni. He said anything the day we all have been one. He said, but now everything is different. Jusuboka, you know to me you care for. The last thing they say you na fake account you get safe. Follow the issues, not ask me. What you want for say? Now you dey say, huh? You say, you did just say, we don't want for go back, we want for go before. Why? You see all the other one, the way they read? Give me why. Not just tell me, say, no, you want go before. Before who side? Why you want go back? If you just say no more, like Abdulaziz, we want go back to why? Why you want go back to 1961? I want to forget something for look at. You just can't iba no more you left him. 1961, Mo Musa in the scene. He not been born here too. But nobody no go say Salon not been sweet. It says Salon begin for fail. Or begin get greedy government then. Yes, Bangoyan in they say 1961, they say the economy been better than 10 and day. He said train been day than 10 and day. La meaning they say, it's inside 1961. If we think about the 10 and day, he said the young man and the young woman them, they not be eager for left saloon for go osun unless for education. Just Bokari, they say even United States, they no want go back. Just to now deal with the issue now. I go begin jump you comment them more. Go directly to what they deal with. David Banks so say, for make we go able correct now and the future, we go need for go back for correct the mistakes them where we make. Meaning to Bangoya say, he say no be done born here to 1961. He say but in mama tell and say Sierra Leone be peaceful then. Okay. Some Musa they say, while they talk about technology not be there back then, they say now salon expensive safe. Where would they claim say technology dey? How much people able for afford common feeding right now? When you say this topic, you need to put him out today because he not been born yet. I hear you. Some man say an objective assessment of 1961 go mean say we go get for put into context what Dr. Samura actually mean for portray nine statement. Okay. I will come play a I talk and say he say in the go start from 1961 and come forward. Now so you see. But I go play the audio you go hear. I talk am. Yeah? Junior Shaman say, he said, but what they talk 1961? He said that the same SLPP been in a power. He said so, he believes say, Samura believe in the ideology of the SLPP. Abdulaziz in the claim say 1961 are the best days. Na Mama Salon. Yeah? Musa Bangura, they say, let us pause first. Let us look at 1961 in a positive way, not in a political way. Come on, again they say, 1961, he want to go back because culture and love, it been there, and we get each other's back. Sama Koyate say, leakage, spy, it not been there by the education. So, he want go back. Mabiti Awa Daniela Maya say, water supply, good education, electricity, the money, it begin value. Even though he not be born it, but his mama be tell and say, that time day been sweet. JSM say, according to a late grandmama, it was very good for them. Al-Hajj Ba say, Tripoli, you not go able for measure bondage to freedom. He said because we not be get voice before the British. Es Bangura say, then they be acknowledge, say FBC now be one of the best institutions na the sub-Saharan Africa. All the two they enjoy now. Now that time they make them. Now, come on renovation. We not able for do them. We not see any prominent object where we get recently since where we born. Some months economically, 1961 was better. National cohesion was better. Standard of living was better. Discipline and decency been did. And 1961 they get a good music, eh? You then get yourself, they know how then they play, eh? Not like the audio now. Hey, Papa God. Okay, let we go. Bangura Ibrahim Francis said 1961 is much better in that time. Why? Halgost Fagost. He said everything destroying a saloon after where APC came back in power in 19... No, they talk about 1961. After APC came in power in 1968. No, they talk about 1961. Samantha can say, he better go back to 1961. No? This present Sierra Leone reflects your mind in buying a big bag of rice, 600,000 or more. While inside 1961, hey, but now will be the export rice. Another thing then. And so, Samantha Ronka is saying. John M. Rashid say, I mean, afraid God, respect, peace, love, die not be there plenty, sickness not be there so beaucoup, and people can be happy. Many positive things. You know, been born so, but I say, yeah. Abdulrahman say for he say, you know get boku for talk about 1961. Oh. He say, but in the land right now. Usman Ostaba say na labi and they listen for. He say 1961 things be okay na salon. And the prat say in cousin we right now tap na the United States tell and say 1961 him be they go school in knowing nothing in foot. And him be they take bread and pamine and dry gari and sugar as lunch to school. 1961. Tony Beck say, what's not the game bother on herself for? It's simple, but I just want the education system in the 60s up to the 90s, where education was among the best. He said, but now, rubbish. No, we just win. We minister just win education minister for the world back home. Okay. I want to kick about say, in feel like say technology don't do more harm than good to most of we in most cases. 1961 Matakoma to stand and 1980 you are right. All man be in a farm na salon. Abdullah the fellow say we use for two line for buy bomeres and hardship bimboku that 10 day. 1961. Okay. Alhajba say no, the trains were only meant to take agricultural produce from upland to Freetown. The trains were not there for passengers. I beg to differ, sir. Alhaj, I'll make you check your history fine. We've hosted a lot of people here will be dating and they will take train. Yes, it be they carry goods, but definitely be they carry passengers. Not so the way they carry with minerals, only minerals then right now. And the Luseni say, even though he not been born in 1961, but in 1961, there was no electricity in the country. You say electricity not be there, good hospital not been there, people then be they die in labor. In 1961, no technology, and then be they get Jumbo Blah. I'm glad they say not been born yet. He said na then they tell her when be they grow up. Somebody don't lie by you. Mokamodi say yes. There was some goods in 1961. Say then tell them when I be the Athens of West Africa, the first West African country for start a live broadcast when I be SLBC, even though it was sold to Gabon. Enough food and no hookup. Okay. Nemzo, Tata. Junior Shama say, the one who want go let them go. But they're not ready for go. Okay. If we can go back to 1961, it will be the best for we. Because life then 10 and day, you know, go compare them to now. The advantage, Sameton can say, it pass waiting there now. I'll tell us, waiting they read. Now for say 1961, we get a functioning train. But under order in leadership, we then get rid of the train. Okay. Now that turning at the country be okay. We will get clean water, decent road, then the cost of living be cheap. Bangura Ibrahim they say. Moi Musa say, we need for left politics if we want for do this comparison. We all know say the generation by then we fortunate for reach this time, serve the talk say Salon be okay. About to kick about say in the field say this 1961. I for go back na the drawing board. And that's he mean. And he say 1961 was way better than now. Now so the big one then tell him. Yusuf Senge say triple A, even though me not be born it, but my mama tell me say 1961 everything was so easy for the main man name na the village. So my man say if na by standard of living and peace no more, let me just go back to 2012. Education and better economy, well, let's go back to 1961. Holistically, let's go back. Because right now, Salud na Kaibara City. Osam say, but they allow him. Let him enjoy the leadership of President Bio. Say 1961, you not go work. Because right now, they're at the 21st century. Bangura say, most people they talk about 1961, you know, they not smell nothing about 1961. Jusu Bokari say, in Kim bet anybody say, not tribalism, not in a salon. 1961, it been better because Sierra Leone population, better than they never reach 2 million people. And Freetown, not be populated as it did today. At that time, we get out of the British rule and everything be controlled by the colonial masters. And SLPP and then beget the prime minister. And so I like Jusu, let's just stay and so, even though you don't tell me just don't say the topic boring, but now I need a comment so. That's what I like. Samuel Allen say, in things say for develop Salon, we need a baseline. We're not going able for use we recent past as a baseline if Salon is to move in the right direction. Amami Kamara say, not be muddy so, but the people them will be dead at in there. What did they say? People good, but now things are hard. Oh, say then they live good, but right now things hard. People and they suffer. And the picking forget 1 million they have na trouble. Hey, Mame Conte. Mame Conte say they be called Sierra Leone the Athens of West Africa or the Athens of Africa 1961. It says standard 3 students go read, write, speak good English. It's about today. Where education it in shambles. Sex, bribery for grades. At the end of the day, fake PhDs then they pass colot up and down all over the country. Unacceptable for sufficient and adequate water supply. It's every day. Pipe-borne water supply in all districts and town. It's about today. Water supply is nowhere to be found. Water is delivered 10,000 liters per barrel at junction them. The country Sierra Leone used for feeding self. Sierra Leone used for export food. And growing at the country, we use for get very hard work in Sierra Leone. But today, everything where they eat now from other country them. Today, Sierra Leoneans them now one of the laziest. Mohamed Conte they say. What thing they want to do? Now for dupe hardworking Sierra Leoneans. Not like you might be understand. Okay. Malik, A 3 pour le, non pour me E comme out there big. Non pour non E, non la 3. Judge Kamara say maybe Samura want for recreate 68. Okay. No, me I dey read wetin una say. Balance me. Oh, you don't see? We don't say let's talk about 1961. Let's forget. Let's just come on. We don't not be no self. Let's go ask in granny and grandpa now. Eh? Maliki Bango they say now only possible get sense then go able to understand what in Dr. Samara. Well, Dr. Samara get for need for clarify what he need pardon 1961. He get for need for clarifier. Because now all man they interpret them in a different way. They say now only possible get sense then go understand what Dr. Samara say about 1961. He say 1961 get big meaning. Now then the rest in case. Yeah, Maliki, I hear you. In 1961, the economy was very strong. The currency was stable. Then there's the Sierra Leoneans can go to the UK without visa safe. Education will be top notch. Ahmed Tijanba, they say. Lamin can say, he say, bro, man, they married themselves all about. Look for tribe safe. Kamara say, he want for stay in this new generation, but the leaders they need for change the poverty mentality. I go call Professor Francis for you. Now they talk poverty mentality. About to Kekaba say, one of the professor na university say he get in first degree na salon and the man na be Ghanaian. He always they talk highly of Sierra Leone education back then. In the wonder, waiting happen now. And then Solema to say 1961 be sweet, it be small, but life been better past now. Agnes. Okay. Mamel Koma, thank you for the stars. You watch every single day. Thank you. Moka must say in Papa go go back to 1961. He say because he be lost always he be that achieved it. So meaning to say 1961 we get the best education system in West Africa. And so the big one and tell we. Okay. Banjugu Marase, the population where Salome began 1961 might be 2,350,000. Yeah. But the population now are 8 million. He said the country failed for follow with the population increase. I make you defend and difficult to right now. Inclusive, cohesive system of governance now ain't go help we for move forward in terms of education, standard of living and growth. So me bango say na Shaka Steven in tem. I ain't go the train come out na road. Tony Beck say the problem no go ever end because it all go take independence. Will not be ready it, will not be strong it, but great selfishness now because that. Bendu Kamara say, for go back, not to option, because right now, all the man want go before. Judge Kamara say, go back to Big Bang. There were no issues because nothing existed. Okay. Okay. 1961 they not be congested. And people they do farming and not depend on imported goods. Minera to Bangura they say. Say for out Dr. Samura, like I explained to you, what he mean bang by this 1961. Abdulaziz say I need for trust am say 1961 better pass this. More saying feel say 1961 Salon gain freedom and we get everything for ourselves. Maybe Samura they talk about regaining our potential. Alright. Let we listen how this 1961 talk come to life. Salon Bobo say, in things say Dr. Samura really explain well to Sierra Leonean people about going back to 1961 because SLPP within a power then everything was normal and peaceful. Things started changing when APC came na power. Mama Kagbo say, let's take politics out of this. If we want to be honest, if we remember no more, our grandparents them, then we don't tell we one thing or the other. But 1961. Saldin say, then they missed the point of 1961. It's a good old part of 1961. Example, America is great, but it has its downsides. Say 1961 too much stress no be there. Well, now listen, Dr. Samura. Now listen how he be talk this 1961. Remy Wilson of AYV.
Which means voluntarily they want to change. Not so long they make them stop.
Then say, how you feel when you see people in Bokuna street too? Now he say, it means say people want a change. Say it means say people want a change. Now he make then come out a street so for welcome. Attention at the time we can't free tongue for welcome am.
So what's new about Dr. Samura Kamara in this coming election?
Remember say he be don't stand back in 2018. So let me ask and say this time around, waiting new. What he say?
Samura Kamara as president, maybe a different person.
Samura Kamara as president, he say he go be a different person. How different? Who's kind of a different person where you want can be? Now, we need to ask question. I say, we need to ask question. You go be a different person. So the person will be now. Now, different one? Hey, yeah. Okay. Next, we'll talk. I go need to ask on this question. He's saying go be a different person. When be president, he go be a different person. Other one for volunteer. Judge Kamara say do quick debates no more. For and against. Other one for the for, other one for the against for 1961. But let's talk first there. Land other one day for and other one day against yeah. Can you na 5 minutes quick? You go be a different person. Okay.
I'm coming with a wealth of experience.
It come with a wealth of experience. It come with a wealth of experience. You don't say by this governing business na salon. You don't say by them. He's saying they come with a wealth. They come with boku. Of experience. Okay.
I'm taking Sierra Leone back to 1961.
Bam. I'm taking Sierra Leone back to 1961. Yeah, you see the four them. What's it that? What are against them? Okay, I like that. Alright, and they see only four. I forget when I may ask question. I begin to see the four then I come out. I was like, go say four they come out. Okay. We go choose one pound up at the four them. We go can represent the four. Eh? Alright. When they think one time, the four, you get 5 minutes. Against, you get 5 minutes. Eh? Okay. I'm taking Sierra Leone back to 1961. Then, listen waiting follow after.
And then move from there, take them up.
Then move from there, take them up. So you not go settle in 1961, no. Eh? He's saying they take we back to 1961. Then in they move from there, take come up. And so you see. Well, any side president be for most Samura talk about the any side president be you go now. It is leak am. Eh? Any side. It is leak am. Just come and say they are against. Okay. All right. I hear you, Judge Kamara. Well, listen, President Biona Kono. Dr. Samura talk you on a freedom. My kisigo be in Gonianda. Lord, listen, Dr. Yes, Dr. Bio. Then don't get honorary. Na Jala. Lord, listener. Waiting insane akono.
So me now they make promises where I'm not fulfill.
And now they make promises where I'm not fulfill. Says President Bio.
It can take long because we need huge amount of resources.
It can take long because you need beaucoup money for fulfill them promises them.
But I just want to assure you and say
that the people of Kono,
with me, you are in safe hands.
You are in safe hands, Kono, with President Bio. But not to that side of the world. Look, now that 1961, waiting President Bio, they can't talk about that.
With me, you are in the best hands that have ever come since independence.
Bam. President Bio say, he tell the people in Akono say, with him, na the best. When Akono people, we Akono people they don't ever get from independence. Eh? Judge Kamara say no one go back to 1961 because he not go able to talk to Tripoli on Facebook. I hear you. Yeah. Well, they listen.
I don't want anybody can carry go 1961 again.
I don't want make anybody can carry go 1961 again. Why, President Bio? Why? Why you don't want make Dr. Samura carry go 1961? Why?
The only way to talk that through is 5 years not enough.
Okay. He say Dr. Samura say 5 years not enough. That's what President Bio say. Say 5 years not enough. So,
But I don't know why they want for contest against me. Because you know say I not do 5 years.
wait so. Not to the first tennis president Bill they talk this word. And not do 5 years yet. So you don't know why even the other term where it be the timer, it talk the same word. What's about what them facts check at them? Eh? Where that company, you know they again for cross check or from the last way it be leak one against President Bill na then say but go count to not to for can do the president too. What that company that don't forget the name safe. So before the election, April they can make president Bill 5 years. But in the same way go, they tell the people and say, I know 5 years it. Eh? You know 5 years it. So you don't even know why. Okay. Eh? Maybe April announced that one day. Was it the 4th of April? If I remember fine, maybe the 4th of April, eh? Maybe the 4th or the 1st, one by the 2. When I got the symbol na net, 9 is sworn in. But all tell them they say, I know 5 years it. I know 5 years it. We say, you know, let better it's 5 years old. Eh? You know, let better it. You know, even reach 1 month again. More tell them they talk and say, no 5 years it. Eh? Eh? Hey, yeah. Eh? No, you know, let better it. In the 5 years, just no. And the 4th of April. I remember. Eh? Hey, they say, oh, I don't know what to be the one contested because I know 5 years it. Is it a mind game? Eh? For many people and feeling like they say, oh, the one sees advantage by President Bill, you know, in terms not even reach itself. Is that the mind game? I don't understand. Eh? All right. Below they go, they listen. Now President Bill they talk.
But me don't do pass what they do in 11, almost 15 years. No, so.
Me don't do what they do in 11, almost 15 years. Would I be in a power for 15 years? Eh? Would I in a power for 15 years? Because he said 11 and 15. Because the past administration not be in power for 15 years. I'm asking, where are the fact checkers? We go can't tell you no. Eh? Okay. Yes, he's saying don't do pass. In this statement, President Bill say we are in 1961. Eh? 1961. Alhaj Ba say Corona term no count. Like seriously. Corona term no count. I not be know that too. So now be the president during Corona. We say Corona term no count. President Bill say he don't do pass. Even though he say what he agree with Dr. Samura say 5 years not enough. But still he say he don't do pass what in the previous administration do in 11-15 years. Eh? Huh. Okay. Judge Kamara say another issue we dem think say them for investigate. Now why them be go sworn the president and Radisson Blue na net? Okay. Let's continue for listening President Bio.
So, Abeg, when I tell APC say they don't lie for Kono people for too long.
Well, APC, President Bio say for tell una say una don't lie for Kono people them for too long.
Kono don't see the light. Kono don't see the truth.
Kono don't see the light. Kono don't see the truth. Kono, and I don't see the light, not so. I saw President Bio say. They say for tell APC say, when I don't lie pa the Kono people in too much.
Then don't get the best bralo.
Kono, when I don't get the best brand lawyer, I saw President Bio soon. Judge Kamara say in paper, he not left better again. How much days now? We'll go reach the 4th of April just now. Then after that, let's see if President Bio go still the talk see 5 years it. Eh? Okay. Let's continue. No, not to IGRO. No, they have one. I will look for the name, then get one.
This one not to hype now, so.
President Bio say, not to hype. Not to hype, not to banya feki. Eh? Okay.
Not to banya feki, but
Aha. Kono they don't get. Kono don't get. You say nothing. Let's see the one that we did for. I want to bring one person before I count my panelists them. Put your hand up if I bring you. You were there for and you were there against. Eh? Let's do one quick. If not, I the count to panelists them. I just want to see you hand up. If you like out you. If you like out you. Yes, Bango, I be there 4. Alright. I think all the hand the way they up now. Now 4. And the talk say if you like out you like say. Asabi. The number them. Who some they against? Okay, I open the phone line. Call the number now you screen. And then they announce no number. If you submit the number, call them. If 4 call, Mohamed Conte, who are they for? Now just 5 minutes. For and against. It's a quick debate. Going back to 1961. You they in favor or you they against? Look at the screen at the green section. If the first person we call now for, then the next person will they look for now against. If the first person we call now against, then the next person will they look for Now the one with the in favor of. The phone line open now. When I only comment, I don't put the number on the screen. Okay. I don't know. Yes, matter. You there for or you there against? I didn't hear you. Hello? Unfortunately.
Hello.
Will they get you now?
Okay. Skipper, good evening. Everybody, good evening to the old world.
You there for or you there against? You there against?
I there against.
Going back to 1961. Okay.
Yes.
Lay your premise.
Because 1961, then I not been born it, I don't know waiting be the gun, but waiting I be know what don't go side the then the woman not get voice. Are they against woman not get voice? Woman need they talk, The man waiting the man say never cut, but now in this time as a woman I able to stand firm. What a man can do, I can do it, and I can be an independent woman all by myself without having to worry about a man taking care of me and my kids. And also now are able for Ghana, a country where freedom day, luxury day, electricity, everything they back in day. I don't think they get most of their luxury and freedom. So that make me no want to go back in the day. I want to live in the freedom world. Thank you.
All right, thank you. That's not the person with the against going to 1961. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Then the person with the against going to 1961. That's the matter. Will they come with in favor of going to 1961? Yes, who are we on the line? Yes, Toronka. You there in favor of going to 1961? You get 5 minutes.
Yeah. 1961, went back to 1961. Even if I did enough to move, went back to 1961 is the best for me, I know, because one advantage also we get, we don't talk about from the good road, because we already have some good road. Then when you talk about the economy, you talk about 1961, far away better than what we see now. Our people are dying, suffering, no good medical. 1961, I'm my brothers. But it possibly not go out when I was hospital. We have our native people, this is just a good thing, 1961. Then when you talk about the economy, that's a very good thing for 1961 again. Then in 1961, if you compare with the people that they go through now, everybody don't know farmers. One of the farmers there is no farm agriculture in time. 1961, we have farmers, rice, other things. So cacao, you make money. Where are those things now? Find it nowhere. So if we go back to 1961, the only time we worry about 1961, because maybe my population is more than how we get in 1961. So now, but I believe Mr. Moore will take back to 1961. I know if we get your ideology, we go hard. We bring good things to them back. We go hard to 1961. We than now. I've been to 90% of people is now. Because of the good things they want to do. Even though the disadvantage we did, but some compare with now. Everybody, we not born 1961, but in those days, we will be even now. Last week, you will play 1961 music, and some of those music olden days, people are enjoying, calling you, text, the way you came for playing that music then, oh my brother, the music, you know, 1 year. When you go back to 19, maybe the dress, the dress. When people are coming back with 1961 dress, you have the 60s. When you dress, you go, my club, you see the 60s. Everybody look at you, wow. But nowadays, go to the WhatsApp, they are people in there, everything is upside down. That's the best. My brother, thank you very much. Direct, thank you. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much, Samuel Toronka. Even though the line not being favorable, but I believe we're able to listen and hear a few of the things the way they say. The phone line not open yet. This time be just a quick one where we want for do. Then we they come now with we panelist them. The phone line not open yet. Yeah? So you will call I tell you, say now one people they will want forget. We can do quick one with panelists and then they bring una come back. Let we continue the for and against going back to 1961. Yeah, so no go no sayo. Now quick one we can do it with panelists them. Just quick one. Then the panelists then back go choose for and against. Then we come with how we can do no more. Yeah. Bilkisu say 1961 and nobody they cook 3 days soup. And yeah. Right. Okay. Well, I know they. Well, I'll bring come us friend. Let me hear Usai Indi. Yes, us friend, you get the platform. Going back to 1961. For or against, you get the platform, sir.
Well, say for here, me one look am from the mind speech based on that because this we use one word say figurative now language na figure. In 61, if we look at many things and then post independence we been get and then we been get leaders in Kande, we been get time where the queen come. And I remember the queen been give a golden baton we been give to the mayor by then. A kind of a key. You see now for handle and for unlock the hearts of the people of Freetown. So we don't know if on that side they catch that side they will say if they look about the economic deprivation, what you don't do now will not get better economic situation, will they go on. But you go look at from that area where you go use figure, but the figure you go want use an aspect, you know, where they take one element, without the element also tell you they look. Because if you take in speech, people then want to change. And everybody knows the guest side will be mentioned about people and the tire for smoke push during in that same rally day. He mentioned all those things. And then looking at the crowd and he mentioned about what they need and then things and they go see say now one element they pull they say at that time they will start will be independent, most likely they will if you not be get the area who we don't get political relationship, we don't begin to change regional stronghold and they begin to go so. Then you look at that culture, who been day, where people and they try to respect one another. But again, others and go say, well, man, they don't get respect as people and they say, but I feel that the economic side in they look at more in terms of that area where they try to talk 1961. Because 1961 are just a year which changes the occur and when you been get Miltimagar and so on. But you look again, there are things that been go on, looking at like the three people I mentioned. Yeah, we not say people in training mention, but when you look that loyalty, what people they get with when you say patronage for appoint people loyalty, some of because of their behavioral pattern, what thing happen? We not saying that APC been there, but now this is an individual because of a relationship where you not been get with the British people who been get that train. You say, but do allow stop this train here for Komoya. So you go see how individuals them where they now for me patronage inside politics, how they spoil business for trade. And if I not lie, I've been saying now one woman which way now one of the most active person at the social media, one of the former politician who lady them. One of his family member, I believe, say I don't want name now because he will be very much make Naim spoil that relationship of the trade. We then spoil and say, well, I become a breaches. Not because of the opportunity where the train been doing for them just they develop and they go. Now because of your personal view, say, well, then people there, they don't do with this, some two want from there. Well, I then get the train, no stop them because they don't get money from it. Not knowing that the citizens then before don't profit for that side. So that side, I don't want to let them look into that too much. Now individual behavior, when they don't put inside our government, they don't go politics. But now the area of that element of economic change, now you pick up from that 1961. Say if that point day, how things day, then develop and for go before. But I don't believe say now for let actually we go into 1961 in reality, now more like in the look based on your own view and based on regional stronghold we don't do now with regional partisan and other things then because when you get different meaning and intention now they go beyond the way where they try for say they make the word and the phrase but I believe say now a different meaning in they try for give when an element say if FIBA like that way we even day based on the economy I believe say now that in they try for portray but people and politicians there people they want let politicians they stand up and address the issue. And the issue the way matter to them, now for let them go live a life way in a basic life in terms of existence. Let people then feel existence. Then feel see that they exist. But because people and they go beyond the existence, now they bring people and begin to do corruption because they forget enough for exist. And when you exist, now you then say everybody get all things. And existence. So now then the people get for trial look. It can't be all the same, but at least there is everybody getting everything and they want to learn it up for them, then we able to do what they need to do. The campaign, we will see say the other one, the campaign talk about security, a different language, they bring you a different package for letting them yourself go pass a message. But when you look again your message, you go see say, well, again a package we been used for campaign in the matter bio, you go question now and they say, well, at some point it can always change as the thing they go. So if you get a single campaign, you campaign on that campaign that you go along. But when you catch along every time for distract the populace, that one day they see say instead they bring say, well, let them not go beyond 1961. Instead not even for elaborate, I just say not go. The side way go now a different topic with different from what even they say. So it's all done to the people and what them we able to see and understand, but not for see you are physically going there and looking at the way people and they behave and other people and not they get right in one way, but again you see something access the day or other things, but it's to do with the economic state because a figure of a political figure of speech now you give where you try for create a big interpretation to the opposition party, but it's based on how now who don't feel like I can always remind me of waiting and waiting that day during that time day with people that they make, but not exactly as humans in practice, but now the elements of waiting being there in the try for sinner. So we get for taker, we change them for let it go so. Or not that we are going to go there. No one can go there anymore. It's very difficult. But now God will help we. Lord will get people who will stand there for address the issues of the nation. Let God help we have those who are standing there. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Usman.
Yeah, welcome. Yes, sir.
Okay. I want to say thanks to Usman for his own contribution. Let me see. Forget availability now, yeah? 1961. 1961. Well, let's come with Usman Toli. 1961, sir. You get the platform. Who are you there? For or against?
I have to put this thing off. Sorry, sir.
Okay.
Hello, you hearing me, sir?
Loud and clear.
Okay. Thank you very much, AAA, for having me. We can talk about the flag bearer for APC winner, Dr. Samura Kamara. Oh my God. Hold on, yeah.
Maybe one do I'm back.
Hello, you hearing me?
Yeah. Well, I'll call you back.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'll try to get to Smantoli back here. Because it looked like, say, maybe be releasing. I'll just get him back. We don't get to Smantoli back. You get the platform, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, AAA, and thanks to all the one that we don't contribute. Politics, more than politics, is full of propaganda. This seat, you get a lot of misrepresentation, you get a lot of rhetorics. So whatever way politicians they say, you get to be very mindful. You get to be careful what you say, because you go always get your statement twisted. I know say to a very large extent to believe say voting the president, Mahada Bio, the way they actually interprets the statement where Samura make, I think say it completely they misrepresent what they say. We all know that. And now then they take and make for propaganda reasons, and they try for twist the statement. So this is why we got to be very careful. Me they look at the statement from two perspectives. I look at from both the political perspective as well as the economic perspective. What I mean here, in terms of the economic perspective, we all know, say, in the 1961, the country economically better, between 1961 to 1967, the economy they grow, the country economy they grow, and we get low inflation. The exchange rate was strong. We local currency was very strong. Inflation they down. Economically the country was good. Although, to a very large extent, I listened to the comment. Most of we what the comment will not have been there in 1961. But history, they tell we say, then 10 and the economically the country good. When you look at the political aspect of it, now then 10 and day we country gain independence. Now then 10 and day we retain the parliamentary system of government. Usai, then 10 and they also become member of the British Commonwealth. But interestingly, then 10 and they, we get SLPP. Now he won the first election in 1962. So somehow it's interesting why info refer to the NTND when in fact the NTND I don't say they talk about the period between 1961 to 62 because that was the period in question. So I don't know why info refer to as a politician if I refer to 1961 because NTND we know say SLPP been in power. But however, we need a presidential debate in the sense that some of them statements here, it need clarification. It need further clarification because I think say if we get enough time, if I don't expand a little bit on what you mean, what you really mean by this statement. But honestly speaking, I think to a very large extent, we believe say that the economic side it is referred to because then 10 and day, the country was peaceful, then 10 and day, we get stability of the currency, we get a low inflation rate, we get, there are a lot of goodies then 10 and day when we talk about the 1961. But as I say earlier on, AAA, as a politician, more than politics, you get to be careful. You get to be mindful of what they say. Imagine if you been use the words carefully, say, I want to adopt some of the policies or economic policies that we can get where then country they are, that the country they boom. And they use some of those economic policies for bringing inflation down, for stabilize the currency, and all that. I think say that will have been very much welcome rather than the way out and they go and twist her now, they use her now for try for flag them. So I don't want to steal the show too long, but I think basically that Dr. Samura mean, but they are using it now for pin and down. So you have to be very careful. I think we all look forward to a presidential debate similar to what be happened before the 2018 election. So we look forward to a presidential debate, and that will be very interesting. Thank you so much, AAA, and thanks to everybody who did listening. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Usman Toli.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thanks to Usman Toli for your own side of the 1961. Yes, Alpha, 1961. You get the platform, sir, for or against?
Yeah, I go for 4. I don't know if they get me.
Loud and clear.
Okay, so the first thing we to make I go for 4. I get about 4 things them or 5 things them where they make I go for 4. One, during 1961, system and structures may be in place. And system and structure, what I mean by that, we just gain independent. All the system the way the Whitman them is set up, may they in place. So what thing happen? The one that will take over, be able for work in the system very well. We may get less corruption. We may see say education by then was very, very good. Now that's any they may refer to we as the advantage of West Africa. Sierra Leone education was super, super good. Then a standard they may talk about, not to class one, class two, you may get standard one, standard two. The next thing we are going to talk on now the developmental structures where we dey. Water supply. Tripoli me born in the late 1980s. Yeah, 1980s to 90 me born. I can remember Regent, Gloucester, Leicester. We may get water, street pump them. You think you dey see everyday pump open, but after which, because we could not maintain the structures them, we at least lost everything we would see. We lack maintenance culture. That's not one thing. Light. I could vividly remember then and the light be the constant because they be able for take from the Whitman them immediately. The other two way they good medical, yeah, good education. I don't already talk about that. Yeah. The other thing where me can see then and they respect. I could remember where we they come up, when they say Sunday, the Sabbath day. Nobody know they able to cause noise. People respect the days. People respect elderly people. I remember when mommy don't die now. Who they come out school. If you talk bad word, if they call you, lick you so bad it. Where make you say go let complain to your mama. If you not let complain, when you come back, they go tell your mama say I beat you picking. They say ask her to make a beater. When you talk back, your mama they lick you. Then tell them the abusive language not me open so. So things them be very, very structured by them. Yeah. I'll go to the next point where we see start talk say woman they know me respect no me dey for woman them. I want with good and wholeheartedly disagree with them. Yeah, I will give some of the people away been dead and then they will make them woman them. I could remember Madam Yoko then and they cost you get Constance Comis John. This I think nine are the first mayor na Freetown, Ella Koblo Golama, the first member of parliament in 1962, Shali Bujama, 1978, the first woman ambassador. So women they may come up, they make name na Sierra Leone, then name they will not go ever forget them. So if we sister may they say, if we go back to those days, we go lost the voice of women. No, that's not true. Women let me get voice and people let me respect women them. When women they in authority, so you they respect them. This boku course will get now no day. No me they then and day. When you transfer go na any community, you go to the head man, you go register, you say I they can't tap na your community. Respect me they triple A. Coming back to the economy, then and then you dey see say many things. People parents them they tell we say country sweet, we money may get value. Yeah, when you get your money, so you dey really see the worth for your money. But now, change $100 low, I'm not gonna ask waiting at the cost right now. We all know. So for me, it's the concept. It's not mean say Dr. Samura they go turn we not go to that particular year. No. Now the concept, the things that when they happen, then they the good things them. And not mean say bad thing and not me dey. Yes, bad things they may they happen, but you know go say we they go turn we to the bad things them. I think that I'm going to take on with most time because I see say the line look hot.
Thank you very much, Alpha. If you don't call we, I didn't you do not. And how the calls then become, now so or they can knock na you do not. Yeah? If you don't call we, I didn't you do not. But let I come with Tony. I they come with Tony, then right after that, I go dinner you do not, yeah? Just you will be don't call, no worry. You will be don't call, I they come. The line still hot, I they come. Una wait me, please. I just carry with Tony quick. I just come with Tony quick. Yeah. Yeah, like out Tony quick. Yes, Tony. 1961, for or against?
Yeah, I think I did four. The reason why I did four because of those period there was like quality of life, quality of life in the sense there were so many things the way were available, so many opportunities. You find out say people really travel in and out of the country, go Lombok and this, and we know me they see this massive brain drain through they see right now, wherein the best people are living Sierra Leone just because they try for go get better life elsewhere. I feel say there were so many things way society people made a benefit from the government. And the presently within the happen, if I say some of those things where people they fight for now, we're making in the left salon for come abroad, the media around. If I not say, just like we Alpha say, a sense of West Africa, if I not say people were coming in, they would need a foreign exchange way the government they need because not only that we have institutions, then they bring revenue for the government, but there were other things that we together we are in, so I not feel say I mean a bad word for say you want for take to 1961. We have to be positive. We have to look at the more the pluses those days because I know say there are certain pitfalls them, there's some other challenges them day, but the benefit those days far outweigh the negative that we happen those days in 1961. I feel say that's my own take in the whole thing, but I feel say there was quality of life, people were more united, even though everybody, there was a little bit, political tension and everything, but it was just after independence we will get to independence, So for me, I think I'm for.
I thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yes, Tulu, you did for or against? Oh, okay, you call London up. The line, eh? Hey. Let's stick to the time, please. 3 minutes, yeah? Let's stick to the time. 3 minutes.
Hello?
Yes, Mohammed, you get 3 minutes. Are you for or against?
Partially, because the first thing where I want to address the question will be incomplete if you just did for and against.
Okay.
The message of the flag bearer say, I want to take the country back in 1961 and move forward.
Move forward, yes.
Exactly. So if you just look at 1961, I think the explanation itself is probably broad. In my opinion, I might be wrong. In my opinion, you may look at and say, sometimes then we don't make mistakes going forward. You get to step back and look also you come out before you go know also you go. In the 1960s, we all know say the same structures the Mobi get in the 1960s, and they will still get so. For me, then we get the permanent secretarism. For me, we get so many things that they happen at the country. It's in the 60s. And then if you left that again, come back, you see say fatal today, inside salon, people and they go jail, then they use the 1800 laws them for me them put you in a prison. So if you see that you begin to say, no, I don't want to go back, but the country itself, since when they structure them in the 60s, believe me, nothing will ever move forward. No, we accept that because, first of all, we don't feel all the revolutions that they're from Lord left the Ice Age because will not be the Ice Age, not they happen in our country. Lord left the Iron Age, it not happen. Lord left even this modern time this so they talk about the internet. Guess what? When they fell into RAM, you get so many people who they use the internet for me, they make so many good things out of RAM. The greatest thing where they happen in our country now, because it is a fact. So if you look at going back with the level of respect will be there, you can't even compare it to today. And somebody they talk back say so many people and give explanations say now in the past 20 years or 15 years or 10 years we begin to realize other in tribe. And me go tell you, in all the years in the me people they don't come out, they don't dey inside boat in the 60s them also. And I go tell you back say boastfully say you go take am funny, but we not the team them from the south. Where it be say we so much proud. What in that they try to tell you, nobody not ever tell me or nobody not ever take anything away from me because it be structured in the 60s. Today, we don't get a structures and we don't in the community where it be say the tribe don't dey in place. So many other things them don't we don't go wrong. And you get people will be the same food. Like what I be say, we get food will be the same abroad for go sell with the ship. So many things we get in abundance. Now this not they happen again. So it depends to the pathway they try to look at and say moving forward. Moving forward, we go move forward. But what do they move forward with? Where a baseless, where a not get foundation. And the president, for me, even in explanation, he explained to me, say, ain't no one go back again. But what thing you want, why you no one go back again? He never explained it. He just say he don't do plenty things and we other person not do yet. But which are those? And what are the effect? And what are the benefits? And how much it don't affect people? So if we then at this present world where people are so much greedy that anybody just they eat for himself will not get value of anything anymore, will not get nothing to the stand up. And like one of the commentators them say, okay, thank you very much, Triple. I appreciate them. Yeah, one of the commentators them try for tell you see before we get people away they go abroad, then they go holiday then return back just like yesterday. They don't miss anything. How many of we don't come home will not return it? So many of we they die now. So again, it depends on what you want to try for pick from the question. I tell you plenty. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mohammed. Please, 3 minutes. Lord, just try for stay 3 minutes, please. Yes, caller. Who would they talk to?
Okay, this is Mans, Virginia.
Mans, you get 3 minutes, sir. For or against?
Thank you very much. Yeah, absolutely for so many reasons. For so many reasons. Firstly, let's play Agosi, devil's advocate for Dr. Samura, since I getting statements. We not be get chance for like elaborate, but we honestly not need them for elaborate. Because definitely when you do campaign, you get to make good promises them as politicians. That's what they do. They make good promises them, say you fancy things and all of that. So I will prefer for look at the good things them back then, those days. I mean the 60s, although we not be born it, but we get so much history around all over the place. We go point at say yes. If someone is saying that we need to go back there, it's because of the good things that were happening back then, not because of the bad things that because it clear say bad things that they happen as well. But there was so much good where we need these days. Because when you look the way how the country live, now no run for go back 60, 70 years back safe. Let we just go back 5, 6 years back. Almost dollar be day, almost will be the virus. So there is this need for us to alt, mass the break. Let we look outside the reset button day and try for press that button day. Let we see who's good we can make. Because the current trend of things is so appalling. Economically, education wise, standard of living, discipline and decency, all of those things are missing. And when they talk about them missing, I mean completely missing. Economically, we are zero, nowhere to be found. Instead of we bang over or the focus on the area of technology, see how we can cut we quote according to we size for let we 2 ton for. Before that, they take more money, is make the print money, where become useless at the end of the day. Now we get for run 2 different currencies them, now the same economy, where without it's a no-brainer. Now then a big cause for inflation at any country. So that will not surprise Usai we currency right now in the inflation rates. That now one. So if we think say we need for slam on the brakes, we need for pause and take a look back and try for reset the system. I think that's a good idea. How we get for doing with the strategy them now and then the question and now we need for the ask. But again, it's so disappointing for let you see the presidents they go out and they make rhetorics them about that comments the way I mean, it's so sad to a point. You get all part them within a then congregation and they clap. When them we don't see then days then they, then we don't live then days then they, then we don't enjoy good living, then we don't enjoy peace, then we don't enjoy tranquility. Where Mindema no limbaman no krema, we all na be one, so much respect. I mean, a society. So it's a shame that the president get for the go out and make rhetorics and try for, I mean, do something way completely different and disappointing from that statement. Thank you very much for a good job, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Kola. Tolo, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, I mean, I will say I did for because this is not the best time and the best time salon there ever exist in the 60s. We like I mean, not been born. It's born the early 70s. But then time then the waiting Mr. Samura the try for talk and the value of life then telling the thing that will happen to salon and not say go ever happen. Then telling the time then they tell you say we money with dollar not the same. Tripoli, everybody right now want let that thing let happen back if it happen. Want that the country be okay. SLPMB they run at the country. All waiting the white man and pass dividends and the people and they work with them. Tribalism not been there, nothing but nothing. Then they make bo they make both school. Power and chiefs and they send them picking them. So you see, they don't make them na freedom, they make Kayanda. So the education begins from here and now test spread. People are saying they be in a team. No, we all are the same in the country. SLPMB then get stationed there all over the country. Then they collect them goods and then go and come with the export food. With the export food today. Anybody that tell them they say that they be not happen. Yeah, you want to let it happen. That's right now. If it will happen. All the system then they all the president know they can now, they don't left their system. I don't know, like then they pray for go back. Like saying that something impossible. Trust me, if this man get that power there, and say that man wouldn't serve all the governments then, if he get that power there for bringing that system there back, trust me, people let me go like that. People and they send them picking and go overseas, then they tell me. Then they go England, then they go away, then they turn back, then they go London, turn back. It's people right now. Most people will do that stuff now the country now. Before people and they send them picking and go overseas and come back. They go learn and come back and can work for people and they happen again at salon. Now been very good time for the salon. I don't know if we go ever go back to them the value. Then tell them what the country we gets at end of Africa. Now we look at education. What education on well. People are stabilized. People are waiting at freedom. When they rentals, they give them notice. Ask them time for sit down place. Waiting a notice. Notice not been there, Tripoli. But now imagine teacher, if they go teach, then they get a notice, then they increase rent para. If you picking here 200,000, now school, you not go take her, they corrupt. Then tell them they all don't disappear. No, freedom, nobody not gonna ask for worry for. That weekend, people and small burden, people are whether they eat 12 o'clock, then they enjoy them bar. Would they pass with it? Everybody happy. That's what salon been there. But people are shameful me. I travel, I go work in Iraq with Kenyans them. Kenyans, they all na village, they employ them. Villagers and then villagers, they all get degree. Then that's so they sabi computer like craze. Imagine with all the plenty money over the work here, then guys, they not even ever care for go live na Nairobi, na the city. No, they get a nice house na the village. Then get a mutuka there. Go then they show me the life there. Now that make us say for just rush for the one number. No, sometimes they don't come back and adjust yourself back. No, adjust yourself. Yes. It's shameful. Why go see? They see Indians, they won't go meet up with them. They won't come on a village and they speak very good English. They sabi computer like crazy. How much villagers there? What's surveillance in a salon? So you get plenty support for therefore.
Okay, thank you very much.
People, yeah.
Mm-hmm. The phone line don't close. We'll get a lot of calls for return. Please, the phone line don't close. And please, we come stay 3 minutes. Phone line don't close. Let not get new callers them. We'll get about calls for return. I try forget. If we don't call we we'll try for knock you the mods back here. I'll call 2 that one they make we fall. Usa will not for fall. But how they call and come inside and so they call you. Or then I do not. Yes, Umari, get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. I want for a little bit disagree with me, my brother Usman Toli. You know, the reason why I say I want to disagree with him. Samura Kamara, no need for be careful at all. Nine is wait people like yeah, they need for hire or get people where no politics, where they go out and really explain what in Samura they talk. But we are young, but we are on the age group. Maybe are big for us. But we are not know nothing. I don't know nothing about the 16. The man have been paramount chief picking. Them they work out on an amok. So you don't know the enjoyment. Just like what the other people like that talk. Me see the dollar, not to equal. 1979, before the OAU, right before Tolbert, President Tolbert na Liberia hand over Gishaka Steven. Only no Pasiam. Let me get that music now that they play. President Tolbert hand over to Shaka Steven. 2 weeks later, they kill him with Kido Killer. Salomoni now be 75 cents to $1. Me and Siam are only now for Siam. We'll be the watching on TV. We told about the handover when they give the paper and to Shaka Steven. Now not too far. 1979. Salomoni value past the dollar. You the then I street. You mama want go take put a taxi. Then they send you. You don't go down the street. You go take the taxi. You call the taxi. Then your mama go inside. You the inside taxi. You wondering that taxi there they carry go. Now you don't go and give people and now leave. Somebody where they see say come inside. But all they come out of your own pocket. Now you want fee. Now you pay. What station day? Just like what somebody been they say. We get job in afternoon session. The money day after Saturday. 9 people and they go. Now them bar them. Sunday na 10 for relax. Sunday night they read music. Then they play people and they tell and then they all man they brook, they iron, they get ready for go work Sunday. Mami cost no day. The street was me grow up na Mamioko Street. Everybody na 24 houses and they do. Every single house, the Mami, they all know everybody. It's so different why they go there so now. You didn't even know who they're who. Mamioko Street, the entire street from number 1 to number 24. Because number 1 starts by the market, by Bombay Street. The end number 24, na Patton Street, right across from St. Philip Church. Everybody know everybody. So people like we, if Samura one can we go back, for no go back, we come out, no go see. Hey, me already. Maybe Samura and other people are selling message. We need for sell Samura a message. That particular thing that we need for go. What in this year? What in this system na salon? Mami calls disrespectful. You then a salon past 20 years, you know the murder case. Look, one old boy go kill a teacher. They say they don't left and said. Anytime you turn, the body in a salon, the body they all over the place. Place dirty box. Man, mother be know if you know what they talk about. Samura, if you get any idea, for can we go back to that system there? Then you incorporate the technology where they now. And then with you, Palo will go.
All right, thank you very much, Umar.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So that it counts. The for and the against. Who's counting? Eh? If you don't call, we know where you. Why should stay? Will they come? Let's just make 3 minutes. so that other people themselves will get the opportunity. Tony Bex, 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, you know, AAA, I don't really want to call, but you know, we are not let to start they let people and misinform people. And, you know, the reason why I don't want to talk for Samura because 1961, me, I'm born in the late 60s. In a Creole, my mama and my doctor, and I know all the provinces. I know all the upline, all the village, town, Buddha Sabini will tell you, and all the bush in Akono. Kena mano for talk na both school ago. Because I dey compare I tell mother do come na both school. The full and dumb I see this one so it indeed. Even brother said in the small with the jam body. But I don't want to go that side. Let's come to the most important thing we people have to talk. You see, in those days, we can make economy the northern and in the limbat in the local because we are content. We not get some of the people are not get some of us fortunate for common and home side money the blow, but some people are not fortunate. But you know we know who won the worker. You know we know that Papa gets to them and not get. You know we ever know. But you see, when you get people that get bad blood, that the same bad blood people encounter for independence. All the useless one that will get as prime minister and then first begin kill the country.
No, turn the volume down a bit.
At the end of the day, they're not enjoying nothing. Come back to this so-called rebel war where they go bring up. The only thing we don't make Salon don't deal inside Salon this right now. And the people of it call them greedy, selfish, evil, wicked plan. Go from Kamajo, go they go join say, because we're not in the society, we're not recognized, we're not going to bush, we're going to gun, can't kill innocent people. And then kind of the system, munku people we don't know how administrative they run, how society they know sabi shishi, they want to be president. Now make Salon at this stage. Because go back to even 1990, Solomon better small. Even more, when they bring more and say, hey, like the most beautiful president. Mama better pass all these so-called presidents who don't come. Because at least he make a difference. They are out to make. It's so embarrassing for let Diogo Sirona and all the good life and the people that say, they go talk about Samura. You tell the people that what in your development, what you don't develop, what you don't do. You know, there's no plan, nothing to tell the people that say, now this na my own plan what I get, or now this I don't do for the 4 or 5 year what I don't. You might not even know much I don't know this as president. So I go to tell the people that what you don't do. It's not to lie for life and it. You know, there's nothing for self to the public. So they use the man in 1961 when you don't know what I will go talk for somebody opinion. Maybe you know the person by 1961, you just say the man to go back 1961. Well, explain to the people now. Like say you know what the man talk about 61. If I'm going to explain to the people and educate the people and say, this man, this we don't talk on so. They know they're nothing to tell the people then. That's what become the people then. So it's a disgrace for him, you know, there any market for sale. I forgot use another man young campaign message and fake and false. So for me, it's a disgrace. Kudos to Samura. 1920 step already for go.
The question is for or against 1961. And all man responsible for what they say. If you don't call, well, then you do not. Yeah? They are not call again because now they confuse me. Now a couple person say, oh, I be don't call. Okay. Who would they talk to?
This is now Samura Kamara, AAA.
You get 3 minutes.
Yeah, AAA. Thank you for this debate we count up. Me I did 4. If you don't know be done born then 10 and the wood that be done born. Or you little the theory with the say we born 1961. At least we gain more idea and we'll let for keep company to parents and for parents more. Because I mean Samura Kamara, that statement we make, it talk about basically about the economy. So this particular election, where they can like a referendum, where they come, when now they can get to hear independence. When man they don't come, they don't see the difference with the APC and SFP, they don't compare the economy, they don't compare and contrast. So this election, Now get for out 3 year independence. If it's someone come as go start from 1961 and come up, they are not see as a problem. Where the president, they go, they campaign with that word. Because that is particular president who know Bokuman teach up of that word now. Because me, when the interview someone come out, we not Bokuman that statement. So right now we don't campaign the whole long country right now. At least if they campaign with that word, they go further and say the man say one take from 1961 to up. But you just say number to 1960 or 1961. And when you know we don't born it. So if it's someone come out say that me I support 100%. Then send the day boku die no be there. Boku sickness no be there, medical this no be there, fake this no be there. But me if you never no go there, bra, na me contribution and more triple.
Thank you very much, Kamara.
Yeah.
Okay. What they against the Onanori? They against the Ona just the nah. You pit call person where we don't call. When I just on Facebook, now they against them, they. I tell ya. If you don't call, they call you. Who that would they talk to? Yes, caller, who that would they talk to? Okay. We move.
Hello?
Yes, who that would they talk to?
Yeah, this is Samura Musa.
Well, Musa, get 3 minutes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Me don't know exactly waiting Samura Kamara be mean for 1961. But me they do me own deduction in this way and in the positive way. You know, going back to 1961, Salon na the 10th day we gain independence. Na the 10th day where we really feel like we don't dare by ourselves. Now we can take care of ourselves. We can control ourselves. Now we get a saying. We don't come out under slavery. And Salon we at a point right now. We don't even know how they go. I remember then they were small, even we be there na farm. They go to go na bush for go fern wood. Then they tell you say, hey, if you know say you don't lost now, remember no more say you come out. You go can they back. So where they go before self, we remember the stick then, the prominent objects them, where we go before remember for return back. So going back to 1961 is the truth. But nobody know then at this world we no one for go. We people who they talk to their papa there, grandpa them, they tell you say some of we get scholarship. They not get no connection, no political connection, but they got scholarship for go overseas for go study. They not stay, they return back. If there is some of we big one and they talk say me na class 6 at up, but they're able for handle offices then take to this be entered. They don't even get degree. Now we get doctorates, we get masters. Now not call first degree because first degree now is like NPSC. How much people they were able for defend them? Those people will not be even land and tenant. They're able for couch structures now with country. Where you go, even the upline, they see areas that where all electricity house be there. You see areas that where we don't tar a bugoko now. Where are those things? This generation will get now, will say will get technology stage, want to go forward. We cannot even maintain those things where come then 10 and day. We don't even know how they go. So me, yes, if Samura Kamara say he want to take we back, yes, if fine for less alone, let it reset and back. This not get anything for do with politics because APC don't care, SLPP don't care, all man don't do you. Me not they look at politics. Me they look at and say, Salon would they pretend right now like everything is fine. Tribalism would they feel like it's there. We don't count all team for just mix up everybody. So now even the politician they every day now for tell people what they want for you, but they are not putting them in action. So yes, 1961, if God make we able for reset we serve to that end, not to follow return back, but if we able for reset we serve going forward, we know now we line of direction, it will be fine. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Maro Musa. I know anybody with a 4, no call. I just need 2 calls against. If you did against. If not 4, no call. I don't put the number there. Look the number on the screen at the green section. And the number is the one in the. This is a new call. If the person are for, I did drop him. You dey for or against?
I dey for.
Okay. Not today, sorry. Against, we una. Because the call stand on, I want left here. But una dey grumble. We una, we dey against them. You see somebody don't call, I don't drop and we dey for. Eh? Or una na comment someone na the comment una say, oh, where the number for call? Well, look the number they passed on the screen. Somebody call Giston. I know I let talk for again because the forum boku na I make. I dey look for against. But you get 1 minute, 1 minute, just 1 minute.
Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity. But well, actually, we just want even they remind people and see, even with life expectancy during the 60s, it's so high. I didn't think that they will see people and they celebrate 100 plus years. In fact, even the education, at the 10 and 1 and the student in a university, they give allowance. Even before you done, you did qualify in here. A job they wait for you down there. Even then, we even get this mortgage system whereby you begin, you're entitled to get a house, a quarter, you're entitled to get a vehicle, whereby at the end of the month, then they take them from your salary where they fill out. This man, a visionary leader. I'm not pray for it, and I'm away the tin up, I'm away very strict in discipline. You understand? And don't know any barrier. And at the time this way, you want come with the real patriotic Sierra Leoneans. And don't even they care whether you are north, south, or east. This guy go change that country day. By God, they won't pour on a lot pray for him. So this is the kind of person. Even when he be in finance and some of the things and this, it not be they care. Hence, you know somebody ready for work with time, ready for long ago before. And that make any sense so far say in the man. You see you in the left mark. Because you not believe in connection. For say oh sabi you na me this, you na me that. What you believe na result. So now that no more I will give Tripoli. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. I don't pull the number. The against them, I still see. I hope say this is one against. This is the last call anyway. You dey for or against? Eh?
Hello?
You dey for or against?
I dey for.
Oh, and I the last call. I lock the remote for you. 3 minutes.
Okay. Me motive actually is against. The reason why I say so because not necessarily against about the past, but the statement, the origin of the statement, are they against that? Because that man has been there. He has been there.
So wait for. So
he has been in the corridor.
You say for just on, you say against. You they against?
No, are they against the for sale of go back to 1961?
Okay, thank you.
We
get the platform. 3 minutes.
Yeah. Because the reason why I say so, the man we can give you that message, we know him. He has been the corridor of all the most prominent positions in the country. He didn't create no impact. He was there while the country is deteriorating. He held most of the prominent position in the country. Finance minister. He held the economics affair of the country. Nothing able to do. Follow we go back to 1961. Which can position when he want to come give with that 1961 the way he want to take me back to. He been did it. He will get all the opportunity for let take me back to 1961 for handle the economy. Because if your economy grow, now the only thing that they will need in the country, able discipline, we get good economy in the country, everything else will be straightforward. Because all this running or going for politics, everybody is fighting each other now for national cake. So that man was there. He has been there all this while. He's getting old, and still he maintained up those big positions in the country.
What is he saying? I don't get it. I don't get it. People are just subscribing because of his politics. This man has held the most prominent position in the country. Nothing, the economy is going from back to us. I really don't get it what they're saying. The man has been there. He had the economic department. He had most of the top offices in the country. Where are we today? Nothing to boast about. They say the man want to take me to 1961. Let them go. We're not going. Okay? So that's all I have to say. It's a political statement. It has no value. It doesn't back up by any evidence that man they will take it to 1961 because he has been there. So he just scrap.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
The phone line don't close. Yeah? No, keep him. On one course, we already cost almost 2 hours, 30 minutes. Well, thank you. Eh? All right. We ask question. We open the phone line. We get one against going back. We go see what thing happen, but we go try for make Dr. Samura clarify this particular one. We go try for make it clarify what he mean by going back to 1961 and moving come forward. Because he not say going back and left day, but he say come forward. Why we for go back and come forward? We go try for make it clarify for we. Go there back tomorrow. A lot of people in call after I say the phone line don't close, but we'll get a mark now on one cross. Do ya? Eh? Thank you for we Kaya. Kaya back tomorrow like a so go there. Thank you, yeah? Till we go meet again tomorrow. Now so triple go say tata. George, you say just call for against. I saw you say call it too.